everybody, this is Marie and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. Today we are going to talk about the eclipse that a lot of people are supposedly gonna witness today on April 8th, Eastern, mostly on the East Coast, from 1 to 3, around that time frame. So if you are not in the US, you may have already experienced the eclipse. If so, we just want to look and see what this eclipse what message that the universe wants to share, right? Before we get started, I'm gonna be using today the Kawaii Tarot deck by Lulu Mayo. It's pretty cool. Incredible times require an incredible deck, I believe. So today, April 8th, a lot's gonna happen today. Apparently, Cern is gonna activate one of their devices to open up a portal. It looks like NASA is doing something as well pertaining to the sky or the moon. I'm not too sure, kind of iffy on the details. If you are familiar, please comment below a little bit about this. And it appears that people who ascribe to the Jewish faith or who are Jewish in ethnicity or in religious belief are going to perform the red heifer ceremony on April 8th. Also, all this is happening on April 8th, and it also appears that for those who are Christian, today is considered the day where Christ was died at the cross, according to some viral TikToks out there. So I found this interesting. So today is significant, to say the least, right? So there's a lot to unpack there. So because today I have so much religious and spiritual components, right? And because of the trajectory of that eclipse that's going to pass in a number of cities here in the States. Now, I live in Georgia. I'm not going to be able to see the eclipse to its full glory. But to my understanding, from where I am, between 1 and 3, I should be able to see a glimmer of something, provided that there's, it's bright outside, that it's not cloudy, right? So I'm saying this because, obviously a lot could change between now and then. And a lot of those states who are seeing the eclipse, a lot of them are declaring a state of emergency. Some of them are closing schools. Some of them are making preparation. You would think that it's the apocalypse, and they're stoking a lot of fear for the eclipse. So let's see, why. Let's use why the media is making such a big fuss about it. So let's use that first, right? Why the media is making such a big fuss about the eclipse. I mean, we understand its significance. It should have been the day that Jesus died at the cross, but somehow, some way, people, they changed the date to last week. So let's see why the media is making today, April 8th, a big event. And, so I am aware, to my understanding, and I may be wrong, that every 27 years this eclipse occurs. So this is like, way rare. Again, comment below if I'm not on all of the details. But the media is making a big deal out of it. So let's see what the media have to share. Why all of this. right? And for those interested, I'm going to be using Kachina, and I spread. High Priestess is the first card. Four of Cups, second. Seven of Worlds. I mean, sorry, Seven of Swords in the background. Queen of Coins, present. And Justice, potential outcome. And for clarification, the first one is Nine of Swords. And Ace of Wands. So that's interesting. So the first card is the High Priestess. So apparently, you know, this event is a highly spiritual event. And this card, High Priestess, can also about this mysterious spiritual component that's not being shared to us. Situation, the Four of Cups tells me that, you know, we're only seeing like four components of the truth, but there's another truth that's right in front of our face that we're not seeing. Or, you know, as this event, there's a divine component to it, it appears, that we're maybe not exploring, or maybe there's an unknown element that we're not really paying attention to. Because Four of Cups is usually this gentleman on the tarot Rider-Waite, where it's sitting under the tree, and then they have like four cups, not even paying attention. So just kind of to say that people are so worried in their own, so many things to worry about, that they don't either appreciate the beauty of it or the significance, or there's a divine or cosmic element to it that we're not even paying attention to. Okay, let's go with that. So in the recent past, Seven of Swords is telling me that the media has gone above and beyond to manipulate a lot of the data, a lot of the details, a lot of the information, because Seven of Swords is about manipulation. It's about trying to get away with something in terms of, you know, truth, words, information, and sword deals with that in particularly. So it's as if to say there's some manipulation. We're not getting the whole truth. That's basically it. There's so much more going on here. Okay, Queen of Coins. So Queen of Coins is telling me that, you know, we are, Queen of Coins usually deals with practicality, being generous, abundant, somebody who have overcome so much to be where they are. And you know, it's as if to say, you know, we are in such a better situation right now. But the Queen, practicality, abundance, abundance. So even though we may not feel it, depending on where we are economically in the world, or depending on your social class, whatever, you know, you may not feel it, but it's trying to say that we are in such a better situation with that Queen of Coins. Well, clearly not financially to some people, but it's as if there's an element of abundance that we're surrounded by, because that card, you see this queen on her throne in nature, surrounded by those fertility symbol, which is also Easter, which is, you know, the rabbits or the hand, depending on heron. Is that how you call it? And there's different species of rabbit, but rabbit and affiliated species, like it's full of abundance. It's as if to say, you know, I always feel like the Empress card, the Queen of Pentacles is kind of like the little sister of the Empress card, where it's about abundance. It's about, you know, comfort. So it's as if, you know, we're surrounded by abundance. Huh. We are surrounded by, you know, this feels very nature. Is that nature surrounds us, or have our back, or that we are protected, that nature, you know, that things, it's kind of hard to pinpoint, because it's, final outcome, potential outcome, justice, to say that things will work out somehow, you know. So the media is overhyping things, you know, and there's more to it, and there's a lot of, you know, manipulation, and I think they're with the manipulation, people are not maybe appreciating the beauty of nature. I think that's probably what's going on here with that Queen of Coins. Really look how nature is divine in a way, and how nature provides so much for us. And I think that's gonna, I think it's probably one of those moments to appreciate. If you don't have the sun, or if you don't have the moon, you know, what will our world be like, right? So I think that's probably one of those. Injustice is as if it's meant to happen, this event. Cosmic justice, and that things will work out. It's like, you know, I guess it's giving us a glimpse of how, what the signs represent. Nine of Swords. So, Nine of Swords, yeah, the media is trying to hype, worry people a lot, but the Ace of Wands is saying that this eclipse, right, is bringing a new beginning, a new intensity, a new motivation, because one is about motivation, it's about fire, it's about, you know, passion, right? It's bringing a new passion. It's like a meaning. So regardless of what the media is saying, right, and there is that element of fear mongering, you know, there's this element, spiritual component, that we're not even coming into focus, regardless of your dogma, right? So yeah, there's a lot of manipulation happening, but again, it's as if the card is saying that appreciate nature, appreciate, you know, what makes our world works, right? And then as the potential outcomes, that things will work itself out. And I mean, I think he's saying that not only eclipse wise, but talking about everything wise, that things will work itself out, and that this is kind of like a significance, a beginning for a new passion, a new motivation, this feels new, like a new era of sort, right? And if you are into astrology, which makes sense, astrology, when it comes to those type of eclipse, apparently it means new beginning of sort. So the other question that I have to ask is, what advice or this eclipse, what's the takeaway from this eclipse happening today, right? So because we don't know the nature of our world, to be honest with you, I don't know if this is manufactured or not, because I don't know how the world works, and the power that be have lied to us a lot. But the fact that this is being pushed, this is, you know, being a thing, clearly there's a significance. And what's the takeaway that we can take from this, right? Because there's technology out there that's beyond our comprehension. We know about portals. We know about so many different things that exist in this world. We know about, you know, the sun not being what it seems, the moon not being what it seems. If you're interested, please do the reading. Look up the reading that I did about the sun a while ago. Very interesting very interesting stuff. So there's so much to unpack here, and I don't think we understand it. Do we really understand the significance of this eclipse to its full spiritual, you know? But let's see what the cards was to share, right? What's the takeaway from this eclipse happening today, later on today? For some, probably already happened, depending on where you are in the world, right? So what's the takeaway from this eclipse, right? What's the message? Let's see what's the card wants to share. So the first card is 5 of Wands, 9 of Coins is the second card, 3 of Cups, recent past, the Star, present, Page of Coins, potential outcome, the Moon, this is one of the clarifier cards, and 2 of Swords, clarifier cards. So the takeaway is, you know, there's a lot of conflict going on in the world, going on right now, and it's as if the card is, I guess, acknowledging this, and I guess I have to agree. There is a lot of conflict in the world, different energies, some inner conflict, outer conflict going on, different agendas trying to reign supreme here. So with the 9 of Coins, usually 9 of Coins, a situation, 9 of Coins is about independence, being empowering, coming to your sovereignty, is about coming to your knowing, and it's about being able to take care of yourself, not being a ward of either the state or the government or the federal government, whichever, that you become your own government, that you become your own person. And I'm gonna have to leave it at that. It's basically knowing enough about the law, knowing enough about the truth that you can stand on your own. Then you have to, you know, drink the Kool-Aid, right, of whatever the media is spewing about. Okay, so there's conflict in the world. A lot of people are coming into their own in some way, shape, or form, to the majority, right? And the fact that it's coins, I'm gonna have to emphasize, it's real. So it's as if to say, at this point, maybe 90% of the population of the world is probably coming on board that shit is real, and that there's a lot going on, you know, depending part of you, whatever part, wherever you reside, something is up. You're not happy, you know, and you're coming to that realization. You're becoming more autonomic. Okay. 3 of Cups. So 3 of Cups. So usually 3 of Cups is coming together, is a celebration. I guess it's to say that people who have been awake for a while, maybe they're coming together. Maybe the population as a while, you know, we're commiserating on our misery together. Maybe we are talking because now we're seeing who the enemy is, that there is a group of people, they go by different names, and that, you know, they're trying to sow division. And a lot of people are coming together, coming to that realization. It's like, oh my God, my issue is not me and you, is that cabal, that group. Again, they go by different name. You can go back to my Amos video. You can go back to, you know, many of the videos that I've done in the past. Black Hats, cabal, kind of talks a little bit more about that. Okay, so so the eclipse is like a moment for people to come back. So I guess the attention, because this is recent past. So this is all about trying to bring people together. The star, present, the star. So basically it's trying to say it's like a message literally from the stars, or maybe from the cosmos, if you want to look at it in that particular way. And that message is that of hope and healing. Is as if to say that if you believe that there's a God that exists in this universe, that we are not alone, that we are, that, you know, this is a message to let us know that, you know, help is on the way, kind of feel, you know. And the fact that it's a star, it's a major arcana, it's, you know, if you read the signs saying that, you know, help is coming, that we are not alone, that this star, you know, yeah. I don't want to say that a savior is coming, but it feels that help is coming some way, shape, or form. And that's interesting. On the day that Jesus died, supposedly, you know, all this shenanigan is happening. Red heifer sacrifice. Why do you have to kill? Where's Peter? Why do you have to kill an animal? Where's Peter in all of this? No words, I'm sure, because it's a particular group that we shall not name their name. And, you know, Cern wants to open up a portal. Why would you want to open up a portal? And what's up with that? And NASA is doing their shenanigans. It's as if they're trying to distract from the fact that it appears that there's a divine message that they're trying to send to the people, but they're throwing all those different distraction so people don't see the message, because this is what the outcome is. Page of coin. Usually the page of coin is like it's something that you can touch, something that you could, you know, it's that you could see, is tangible, right? It can be, it's you know, page is a small message, it's a small new beginnings, a small message. It's a pivot of sort, but it's still there. It's a message. They want you to pay attention. That's the takeaway. To pay attention to the signs. The universe is talking to us, and we need to understand that language. We need to come back to source, right? Or God, or whichever name you want to give source, right? Or God of Jesus Christ, or, you know, depending on your dogma, right? You're gonna ascribe to it. That this is like a message. It's right there for everybody to see with that coin. That a new beginning is coming. And that's what eclipses are about. A new beginning. Small beginning. Right? It's a small message. Pay attention to the signs. You know, that's why the universe talks to you in patterns, in codes, in very little increments. It doesn't like blah in your face. Message has been there all along. We were not trained to pay attention. They never taught us, right? So we will have to learn ourselves and study, because this is about studying the messages. Okay, this is interesting and cool. So with the moon, pay attention to the message. So because we are so kind of like Neo in the Matrix, we are like grasshoppers. We don't know that much. This event is gonna seem a little scary, a little foreign, because the moon is about, you know, it's dark before it gets light. That there's so much that we don't know about, you know, and there's an unknown element, because again, we don't know how God, the divine, talks to us. We were not taught. So we don't recognize a lot of the signs. So we, again, completely in the dark. So a lot of people might have fear. A lot of people, but it appears as if to say that, yes, pay attention to the sign, and then much more is going to be revealed, because this is a moon card. The moon card tend to be about cautious, taking taking some precaution. Be aware of your surrounding. Make sure that you are in a safe place. So the takeaway is that, yeah, pay attention to the sign. Make sure that you are safe. And there's so much to be revealed about the eclipse. In the Two of Swords, it tells me that there's two ideas: logic, spiritual. And a lot of people are conflicted with that, kind of like in a conundrum of sort, that and I maybe in a way cognitive dissonance, that a lot of people don't believe that the universe talks to us in patterns, send us signs, but because we were trained to be logical, to trust the science, that we're not able to reconcile that, yeah, you can be logical and spiritual at the same time, that both can mesh together, right? That's what alchemy was all about in the past. Astronomy, astrology and astronomy, they're like two coins, two sides of a same coin kind of thing. I mean, there's that, your logical brain and your spiritual brain can work together to achieve, unity. But here it looks like we are still like stuck. We still having cognitive dissonance of sort, that and because of that, we're not able to get it. Huh. Okay. So the takeaway is, yeah, right now, conflict ensue in the world, and a lot of people are scared of the uncertainty of all that, what's going to happen, of all those upheaval going on in the world. And as all this is happening, and because of this friction, we are becoming more empowered. We are becoming aware, and because of this, we are still, so we are now at the point of, in a crossroad, where we're going to have to make a decision as a whole. So the Three of Cups, we are coming together to celebrate this moment. And we're starting to, coming to the realization that, what, we are not the problem amongst us, that there is a particular group out there that is out there to really hurt people. So we're coming to the realization, spiritual, emotional understanding, or the awakening of this. Stars. This is a beautiful moment. The stars are talking to us. The divine, the cosmos is talking to us. Or, and it's a sign of hope and healing that's coming. We just have to pay attention to the sign. Learn to study the signs. Practical way of learning to know the spiritual world, to know ourselves, to read the signs, to study, to pay attention to what's going on. So there's so much we don't know about this. The truth will come out eventually. And, we are at this point where we're going to have to make a decision with that two of so that's pretty interesting. That is an interesting. So the last card. Any advice that the cards wants to share on this? Any more advice the cards wants to share? Any more? Hierophant. Four of Wands. Four of Wands. Threshold. Okay. Situation. Judgment. Recent past. Okay. Okay. Page of Cups. Ooh. Queen of Cups. Potential outcome. Strength. Six of Wands. So usually the Hierophant, it's a bad card for me, but here we're asking for advice. It's as if to say, you know, we need to... This card is about, it could be about conformity. It could be about how we express ourselves, you know, or dogma, or it's about higher education. It's the Hierophant. And it could also be about teaching, or it could be about learning. And Four of Wands, a situation. So the Four of Wands is about, you know, celebration. It's about being on a threshold. And it's a major arcana for the Hierophant. So that tells me that it's as if to say that we are on the threshold, or we are in the beginning stage of learning so much about the world. And it feels like there's two layers here. Like, yeah, some of us are gonna be teachers because some may know more than others, but it's as if to say it's one of those relationship, like we will help one another, symbiotic of sort. Four of Wands, that we are in the cups of this new beginning, this celebration, this coming together, because Wands is about passion and new growth and new beginning, and you know that we're coming to something real of sort. So this feels more about learning and teaching one another, helping one another, but in a bigger scale, in a bigger way. Okay. Judgment. In the recent past, this is like a calling of action, of waking people up, of having people pay attention, wake up from the dead. I know it's true because my cousin Jean, oh my God, this guy was completely on the Kool-Aid on so many levels. And he's starting to having doubts. Finally, I know a lot of people are getting the call that something is off, right? A lot of people are waking up in a big way with that judgment, because it's a major arcana. It is happening everywhere, right? With that judgment card, there's no way to avoid the shit show. It's right there in our face. So a lot of people are waking up from the dead, like literally, right? This stupor, this long sleep, like Sleeping Beauty, with no prince to give you a kiss. It's basically a bitch slap left and right to wake us up. And this is, that's it. That's the judgment card. So Page of Cups. So it's a new beginning of sort. A new spiritual, because Cups is about emotion, but it could also mean spiritually, psychic. So we are coming out in a way. It could be a card of naivety as well. So it's as if we're like little children. We're starting to see the world maybe in a new eye, right? Wonder, it comes across. because every day, if you look on TikTok or YouTube or what you Rumble, BitChute, whatever platform that you use, people are discovering new things about the world, about, you know, Torterra, about beyond the ice walls. I mean, there's so much. So a lot of people are becoming interested, that you could feel this yearning, this thirst to learn, to be curious, to explore. You can feel this is what's coming across with the Page of Cups. Outcome, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Awakening, spiritual awakening, and could be focusing on, you know, so twofold. This can be a spiritual, emotional awakening, psychically, right, emotionally, spiritually, but it can be also about, you know, we're going to be inundated, and that may, if you don't know how to channel your emotion, if you're harness that information, don't let it overtake you, kind of thing. It could be about, you know, yes, you're going to be awakened, but know how to use the power, because it might overtake somebody, because the Queen of Cups can be overly sensitive, overly awakening, to the point that, you know, she's focusing on that emotion and not able to see, you know, her reality, or, you know, being too much in her feelings sometimes, that, you know. So, but the outcome is, you know, being awakened as a group, and having this sensitivity, this psychic download, it appears. And it looks like it's going to give us a boost, a strength. Maybe it was going to strengthen our DNA. Maybe it's going to strengthen us physically, mentally, spiritually. But it looks like it's going to do all of that, because, again, this is a major arcana. Strength. It's really going to, so that boost, cosmic energy, whatever, is really going to give us an extra boost of strength. And it's going to, like, give us the courage to move forward with that Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is about being acknowledged. It's about forge on in victory as a group, as a society, maybe as a whole realm, plane that we can forge on, with confidence, with passion, right? Because one is about new growth, new beginning, motivation, passion. It's about, you know, six. Six is a beautiful number. You know, balance. Like, everything is in your favor. Like, the cosmos is with you, kind of thing. Like, you are, you know, like if God's with you, nobody can be against you, kind of feel. You know, that everything's working out, you're moving along nicely, kind of thing, and successfully. So yeah, this awakening is going to give us a boost. The advice about this eclipse, that let's use this opportunity to harness that energy, to give us the strength to forge on successfully, not only to survive, but to strive, kind of feel, right? And be awakened, not in fear, but in empowerment, and ride that wave like you own it, kind of thing, right? So, woo, okay then. Thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. This was interesting, enlightening, and the energy that's coming through is incredibly, it's very kind, actually. So ride it, don't fear the eclipse. You know, if you are religious, maybe do a prayer, or meditate, but don't listen to the news. They're gonna try to keep you in a lower vibration, because apparently this is a beautiful event, according to the cosmos. It's a new beginning. Thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. Feel free to share, like, and subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you. I know I don't do videos as much, But as you know, when you have 2 kids, 2 jobs, and in Biden's economy, shit gets real. And I appreciate your understanding and patience. I hope that you and everybody else that viewed this video are surviving, thriving, and much love and blessing to each and every one of you. Bye. See you in the next one.